everyone, welcome to the vlog. So I'm in my hotel room in Vienna, which it's kind of fancy from what I'm used to because apparently my booking didn't went through. So I got here and I was looking for my hotel and I couldn't find my booking. So I had to book an hotel here. So just for one night I have a room for myself. It's like quite tiny. It only has a single bed, this tiny desk where I've been working. Here you have a closet and this just goes to like the hotel lobby. And then here you have a tiny little bathroom, a toilet, towels, a sink and a shower. And it's pretty decent just for one person for one night. But the actual hotel itself, it's super fancy. And I don't know how I ended up here. But I've been working for like an hour since I got here. And I still want to explore the city. And the sun is setting in like 30 minutes or something. So I'm going to go out for a bit and then come back, have an early rest, and then tomorrow morning get up like really early and explore the entire city for just 2 days. I had to change clothes because I was melting outside because here it's really warm and in Iceland it was still snowing when I left. Here, peak spring. This is the rest of the hotel. And this is the view outside of it. I'm so in love with Vienna. It's so beautiful. Like the sky is so pretty right now. I'm just having an ice cream for dinner and I cannot wait to explore more. Just finished breakfast, and while I was at breakfast I bought some tickets for ballet at the opera house and I'm so excited. Like every show was sold out, so if you are planning on coming to Vienna you should really plan ahead. I didn't do it because I'm mainly coming here for work and I still want to take advantage of being in Vienna, but I wasn't really just like planning a full trip. But I managed to find for Wednesday some tickets for 13 euros. I believe the seats will be absolutely terrible and I won't be able to see much, but it's just the thought of being in the opera house, seeing a ballet, it's just amazing. I'm not gonna see an opera because that's actually really expensive. And obviously those tickets weren't available anymore, but I'll do that in the future. I'm just so excited. Okay, just left the hotel. I'm going to explore a bit. It's a really warm day and I can't really handle it. But yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like life comes back to me every time that I leave Iceland and I go to a place with good weather. I took advantage of the fact that I was traveling alone and I visited every church that I could find because that city was just filled with beautiful, amazing architecture. And I spent a really nice afternoon just wandering around and stopping every time that I wanted to because I had no one rushing me. Just stopped for coffee and an Aperol because they are really cheap here actually. And the city was just blooming and it was absolutely beautiful. Everyone was out and about because the weather was amazing. And the city just had such a nice vibe. It wasn't filled with only tourists but also locals. And it was just the most amazing atmosphere. So why would I follow you? If you ever come to Vienna, just know that most places don't actually accept cards or payments with your phone, which I'm just not used to it anymore, so I never have cash with me. And I just went to the place to have coffee and I didn't have money with me, and this freaking ATM is the only one in like 20 minutes and it costs like 4 euros to take money out. I'm just not really happy about it. I ended up finding this area around the riverside that was so cute, filled with bars and people having a good time. And I just took some time and read by the river, which was amazing. I'm in love with the city. This area by the river is amazing. Like, I didn't know this existed. I didn't see it in any of the recommendations of places to see, but I'm amazed. Like, I wish I was with someone to like enjoy this area, but at the same time it's also a vibe just to be here reading. And like, traveling alone is such a random thing. Like, I actually spent a couple of hours today with a girl that I met because she was trying to take photos by herself, and I offered to take some photos, and we started chatting, and apparently we are going to the same conference, which is a huge coincidence. And we ended up going to the quirky like building together and talked about geology and what we are studying, and it was really cool. I love these unique experiences that come with traveling alone. For the second day, I already had company because I was already with my housemates for the week. We went to the Belvedere Museum, which was beautiful. We only went to the upper floors, but they were just gorgeous. Every room that you saw was beautiful, super detailed, just amazing. And it was honestly one of the best museums that I've ever been. It wasn't too big, so you couldn't like lose 6 hours on it. You had Monet paintings and Van Gogh and a big collection of Gustav Klimt paintings, which were absolutely breathtaking. Being one of those paintings, The Kiss, which is the most favorite painting that you have in this museum, but it wasn't like in the Louvre where everyone was just crowded around it, because everything else was just so beautiful and worth to see. Watch is closing off, I'm dozing like a ghost thinking that I just left the Belvedere Museum and I'm in love with it. It was literally one of my favorite museums, but I'm now just walking home again to give the key to the other girl that is staying with us for the week that still hasn't arrived. So yeah, for the rest of the week I'm actually staying more in the suburbs, and it's great. Like, I feel really safe, the buildings are still really pretty, even though this is a bit more far away from the center, but public transportation here is super easy and super affordable, and there is really no need to stay in the center like I thought and I did in the first day. Like, you don't need the luxury hotels, like getting an Airbnb or a hotel a little bit further is just fine. I wish I had known that before I came. Like, look, this is still the buildings in the suburbs. It's so pretty, like, After we met with our housemate, we ended up going to the last cathedral that I didn't get to see on the first day, and it was beautiful, but it had this art installation that covered the ceiling that was beautiful with these weird neon lights, and I was just really confused about it. For this cathedral, you could actually go on top of it, and you had this amazing view of the entire city, which was beautiful. But like every old European city, you had tons and tons of stairs to get to the tops of the cathedrals. After the cathedral, we just walked back to the town center and explored a bit more, and ended up going for a nice meal by the end of the day. The rest of the week was spent at EGU, which was my first conference as a geologist, and it was amazing. I got to enjoy some really nice meals and have really nice and interesting conversations, and it completely like changed my career. I got to present my master thesis on it, which was just a cherry on top of the cake. At the end of one of the days, I actually went to ballet at the Opera House. Like I said, I bought the ticket last minute. I wasn't really expecting to see anything. I was just grateful that I got to go to the Opera House, which was the most beautiful building that I've ever seen. But for the first part, I actually couldn't see much unless they were in the front of the stage, so I managed to sneak into an empty box. Technically, you can't do this, but no one really said anything. I just got to sit in an empty seat, and I got to see the show with the most amazing view, and I was just so grateful that I managed to do that, because the ballet was beautiful. is so beautiful. I cannot believe that I'm here. It had the live orchestra and the dancers was just amazing. It was filled with artistry, not just with fancy tricks, and I really enjoyed seeing a ballet, and it got me really excited because I really want to learn how to dance like this someday. But yeah, Vienna was just one of the most amazing trips that I've ever done, and I cannot wait to go back.